Right guys, lockdown is over. It is for us golfers anyway, and we're out here for our first round to try and break 90 after 3 months off. We're going to try and share with you the 5 tips and tricks we're going to use to break 90. Hope you enjoy.
I just wanna win. LABB, who we running with? 2233, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action.
Right, so our first important tip that we feel is to make sure that you go practice on the range before you tee off and stretch. Like the last thing you want is to injure yourself on your first game back and not be able to play for a couple of weeks. Helps you loosen up and limber up and figure out everything out.
I'm feeling loose, true stay when I'm in the mood. I be sipping on gin and juice. I'm so calm and I'm taking this goose. Yeah, I'm feeling loose, true stay when I'm in the mood. I be sipping on gin and juice. I'm so calm and I'm taking this goose. Yeah, ooh la la. Said I'm trying to get
Tip number 2. Now, while you're on the range, while you're practicing, while you're warming up and you're doing your stretches and your shots, don't just do them aimlessly. What you need to do is be watching all of your shots, see what your shot shape is, see what's changed and what hasn't, see if your hook's turned into a slice, if your draw has turned into a fade, or if you start pulling shots. Whatever it is, remember it and use that when you get out on the course. So work out how far your clubs are going and what sort of shapes you're doing, and that will help you out so much when you get on there, rather than not having a clue, standing up to that par 3 and not knowing where to aim.
Like what we're about to do.
Yeah.
Yay!
Only playing like 220 yards, this should be nice.
Oh, he's put it, he's hit it so nicely. Look at it.
Now that is a shot. He's got himself in a right precarious situation here. That's lazy tees on. He's hit a belter of a shot.
Oh dear. He's having a hard time now.
That's been nice, yeah.
But I'm trying to get lit, I feel rich, so I'm getting more drinks, but I'm trying to get licked on.
He hasn't got it. He just ain't got it. Some people just haven't got it.
Alright, so tip 3, where we're talking about putting. Now, as you saw in those last like 10 minutes of me trying to put the ball, you should probably practice your putting before you go out. I didn't have any time, I didn't leave myself enough time. I would normally leave 20 minutes aside to make sure that you get a feel for the green of the course that you're at. And obviously, if you've got a putting mat or some sort of place you can put at home, it's certainly worth it, getting your putting stroke into routine and making sure you're used to what your stroke was before or might be now, and how far you're hitting it and how hard you're hitting it and all that kind of thing.
I mean, anything, just try to remember how to hit your putting stroke is all you need in it at home as much as you can. And as soon as you get to your course, just spend most of your time on that putting green, because the speeds are not what I remember anyway.
No, well, our speeds are significantly different.
Right guys, so the next point is have a plan. When you come back, it's going to be a long time since you've played and you're not going to remember what shots you picked, what you used to do. You're just going to come in, you're going to enjoy yourself, which is what you should be doing, but make sure you're looking at your shot, seeing what side of the fairway you want to hit towards, what club you need to use, what layups you want to leave yourself, and be precise with your shots. Aim for a certain point on that fairway, aim for a certain point on that green, and try and be as precise as you can, because we're not going to be as good as we were. Having a bit of extra leeway when we try and aim somewhere in particular is really going to help us out.
Paper.
Go on, let's show him Monster Drive.
Again?
Yeah, well,
You're going to treat him again?
Yeah, go on then. Massive one.
There's people up on the right, they might be in trouble.
No, I mean, you've got a 40-yard fairway, you're all right. That is bomb down the middle. Little draw on it as well.
Wind into though, innit? So.
Little draw on you. Where's this come from?
Where?
Terrible.
What?
Tell you the dad.
All right, so the last tip, and probably the most important tip, as far as we're concerned, not trying to fix yourself on the course. As Donnie said earlier, play with what you're hitting on the range when you're practicing. If you're hitting a draw, play for the draw. If you're hitting a slice, hit for the slice, or just try and enjoy yourself. That's what it's all about. So don't take it too seriously. Try and enjoy yourself. Obviously, you're trying to hit a goal of hitting under 90, so you've got to put some sort of effort in, but try not to get too angry and just chill out.
Right guys, we've both been up since 5 a.m. We got here early. We were trying to be the first ones on the course and we weren't, so we need to get out of here. We need to get some sleep. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you played some good golf. Hope you enjoy your golf and enjoy being back there. And we'll speak to you soon.
I'm so calm and I'm thinking this goose. Yeah, I'm feeling loose. True same when I'm in the mood. I be sipping on gin and juice. I'm so calm and I'm thinking this goose. Yeah, ooh la la. I said I'm trying to get Richie. Ooh mama.